the top 12 fitness superfoods for tight lower abs. Welcome to LiveLeanTV. I'm Brad Guthrie from LiveLeanTV.com. So guys, on today's episode, I'm sharing the top 12 fitness superfoods for tight lower abs. So these are the 12 staple foods that both Jessica and I eat pretty much every day to maintain a low body fat percentage for visible abs and lean muscle 365 days a year. It's no joke, guys. The foods that you eat consistently through the year play a huge role in getting, and more importantly, maintaining tight lower abs. So I filmed this top 12 fitness superfood series back in 2011, but to this day, these are still the bulk of the foods that we eat in our daily diet. So this video is a compilation of all 12 videos where I discuss the health benefits and why you should be eating these 12 fitness superfoods to get tight lower abs. But wait guys, I have to admit it, if you're new to LiveLeanTV, new to our YouTube channel, I'm a little embarrassed to show you these videos of old school Brad, who is quite awkward and less confident on camera. But just like you probably felt this way when you first went into the gym, with consistency and practice, you build confidence and you get better, just like hopefully I did on camera. So hopefully this will inspire you to just start, no matter how uncomfortable you may be, where you are in your fitness journey. And in case you want to quickly jump around from each superfood, I'll also include the timestamps and the clickable links to the full video for each superfood in the video description below. Once you incorporate these foods, you'll be building lean muscle and burning that lower belly fat to unleash your tight abs. So with all that said, here are the top 12 fitness superfoods for tight lower abs. Hey guys, Brad Guthrie here, welcome back. Today's superfood has been making some airtime in the media. It is being branded as a superfood, but you may not have heard of it, or you may not have picked it up, or even know where to get it from. So that's what I want to talk to you about today. Today's food is chia seeds. Now I picked up this container from Costco. It's an organic version of a chia seed. And I picked up this version from the health food store, grocery store, in the bulk section. And as you can tell, they're just little tiny seeds. So what makes the chia seed so beneficial to our bodies is the amount of omega-3s that you find in the chia seed. So research shows that a lot of people's bodies, with the amount of omegas they're taking in, are a little bit out of alignment in a 20-to-1 ratio of 6s to omega-3s. We need to bring that down a little bit, actually quite a bit, to a ratio of 2-to-1. So the amount of omega-6s is in the 2 to the ratio of 1 omega-3s. That's what makes the chia seed so powerful, is that the amount of omega-3s can help really bring that balance back into proportion. Also, the chia seed is very easily digested in the body, so it isn't a seed form, but the body digests it very easily, so you're going to get all the nutrients from the chia seed. And it can actually help slow the breakdown of carbohydrates in your system. So it's actually very beneficial for diabetics out there as well. So you can use this in your smoothies, you can add it to salads. There's a lot of ways that you can add these essential fatty acids into your diet and get all the health benefits from the chia seed. So there you have it. Thanks for joining us. That's the chia seed. You can find it in health food stores, in your grocery food store, in the bulk section. Pick it up. If you can't find chia seeds, get flax seeds instead. It's comparable, but I would highly recommend you do chia seeds first if you can. Today's superfood is greens. Plus, they're loaded in vitamins, in minerals, in phytonutrients. All kinds of good things come from greens. It's actually probably, calorie for calorie, the most nutrient-rich food that you can take in. So always add greens to every meal that you eat. It's also very alkalizing, so it's going to help your body be more of an alkaline as opposed to an acidic state, because we all know in an acidic state our body produces cancer, or it breeds on cancer cells. So you want to stay away from that. So in particular, I want to talk to you about spinach. Everybody knows that Popeye would love eating his spinach, and I eat spinach probably with every single meal that I have. So spinach is high in calcium, so if you're not taking in a lot of dairy throughout the day, this can help bring up your calcium percentage levels. And it also can fight various cancers like colon, lung, breast cancer. and it has flavonoids in it that can actually help aid in, if you think you're losing your memory, it can actually help you with the memory loss. On to broccoli. I know kids seem to hate broccoli, and it's always been branded as the bad food when it comes to kids, but it's actually one of the foods that I eat almost with every meal as well. What can I say about broccoli? Vitamin C, loads of vitamin C in it, and it's also great for women. And the reason it's great for women, and then all you women out there should be adding this, is because of the folic acid that is found in high levels in broccoli. So if you are in the pregnancy level, or you're actually looking to get pregnant, you need to keep those folic acid levels up. Broccoli can help you keep those levels up. So keep that in mind. The other vitamin that is very high in greens that isn't talked about very often is vitamin K. So vitamin K, it can help reduce blood clots, osteoporosis, prevent diabetes, and help with inflammation within the body. Vitamin K is a fat-soluble vitamin, so that means that you need to take a fat source with it in order for your body to absorb the vitamin K. So for instance, make a salad with a lot of greens and add a little bit of olive oil on top, and there you go. You have no problem with your body absorbing that vitamin K. There you have it. So we have spinach, we have broccoli. Another example would be kale. I have a recipe that's great. It's called kale chips. You wouldn't imagine it, but you put it in the oven and you can actually make a type of chip that tastes like a potato chip, but it's actually a green. So look out for that recipe. I'll be putting that on my website probably shortly, and take in some greens every single day. Today's food was given to me as a recommendation by a very special person in my life, my mother. But I have to say, I highly agree with her on all her points on why this food should make the top fitness foods category. So, what if I told you there was a food out there that could help with your fat loss goals, is a great antioxidant, can lower the chance of cancer, as well as helps lower cholesterol? There is a food, and that's the food I want to talk to you about today. Today's food is this guy. Not an orange. This is a grapefruit. Now, I know a lot of you may not like the taste of grapefruits, but as I mentioned, it is a very potent, powerful, super fitness food that's going to give you a lot of healthy benefits. So as I mentioned, fat loss. It can help in your goals if you want to lose fat. The reason, because it is a very highly water concentrated food, so it's going to actually help you increase the amount of water that you're taking in per day. Grapefruits also have fat burning enzymes. You want those fat burning enzymes running through your body to release those fats to be burned as energy. This little guy has a lot of those in it. Also, it's low in sodium. It can actually help reduce the excess water that's caught within your body that causes a lot of that bloating that takes place when you have too much sodium in your system. So if you ever go to a restaurant, and we all know these types of restaurants that just have so much sodium in the food, when you finish your food, you just feel like you have that bloating sensation. That's because there's way too much sodium in them. Foods like this with high water can help release that water from your system and help take out the water and the bloaty feeling. So grapefruits, very, very important. Also very good source of vitamin C. Lycopene, which is that antioxidant cancer fighting form. That's what makes the grapefruit the reddish pink color. As well as I mentioned, it can help lower the cholesterol levels based on all of the other antioxidants within the fruit. So there you have it, grapefruit. Great suggestion from my mother. Love you, Mom. Thanks for the suggestion. Eat half a grapefruit, build your way up, and incorporate this into your everyday. Today's superfood is sweet potato. Now, if you haven't had sweet potato or have seen it or eat it before, when you cut this open, it's a very bright, vibrant orange color. Always great to add different colors to your plate. Full of carotenoids. Now, that is a source of vitamin A. Very, very good source of vitamin A. It works as an antioxidant as well. to help fight the cell damage that comes with your everyday life. Great source of vitamin E to fight the free radicals in your body. And it's a very, very good source of the mineral potassium. A lot of times when people think of potassium, they may think of banana. However, sweet potato actually has more potassium in it than what a banana does. A lot of people don't know that. But the real benefit that I get out of being so active and being so heavy into the weight exercise, lifting weights and cardio and everything else, is that it's a very good source of complex carbohydrates. So it's going to provide you with that slow release energy that you need throughout the day to do those activities to keep yourself in as healthy condition as possible. And it will not actually spike your blood sugar levels as much as what a white potato does. There's more fiber in a sweet potato, so that's actually going to slow the breakdown of that glucose in your system and provide you that slow release energy throughout the day. To make sweet potatoes, and how you can actually make it very tasty, is you can cut it into strips, you can cut it into little diced potatoes, put some sweet cinnamon on it, and it makes it even sweeter taste. Very, very tasty. I recommend that you steam them or you boil them to kind of keep that glycemic level down. Essentially just means that it won't raise your blood sugar as much as if you heat it in the microwave or you fry it or something like that. So those are your tips today for sweet potato. If you haven't tried it, go out to the grocery store, try to pick organic if you can, and you'll really enjoy the sweet flavor of it. Add some cinnamon to it to even enhance that flavor, and you're all set. Today's food is something that I love eating, and I'm sure you probably have heard of all the health benefits of this food, but you may not incorporate it as much in your diet as you probably should. So listen up. Today's food is salmon. Now, there's so many positive things I can say about salmon. It's a low-calorie food, high in protein, but most importantly, it's very, very high in omega-3s. So what are omega-3s? Omega-3s are an essential fatty acids that our body cannot produce on our own, so we need to get it from food because it is an essential thing that our body requires. So salmon is packed with omega-3s. Some other benefits of omega-3s in salmon are it's a great source to help for cardiovascular health. It's very heart-healthy food. It also can help lower bad cholesterol, being your LDL, and it can reduce inflammation within our bodies. Our bodies over time can become very inflamed, so we need to eat certain types of foods that help reduce that inflammation to help us stay young and healthy. And lastly, it also can help lower blood pressure. So for everybody out there with higher blood pressure, bring salmon into your diet, help bring that blood pressure down. So you may have heard a lot of marketed products being omega-3 fish oil capsules. Now you may take those, which is good, it's a supplement. However, salmon, the pure form, you can't replace that within a capsule. You can't encapsulate the true value of omega-3s and all of the other essential nutrients and vitamins that you get from salmon into that capsule. So capsules are good for supplements, but try to eat salmon in your everyday diet. Also a great source of tryptophan. Now that's an amino acid that actually helps build serotonin, which is that brain chemical that we call the happy chemical. So it's B vitamins, minerals, vitamin D. This stuff has it all. Want to talk about the superfood today. So, want to talk about chicken breast. So, not just any chicken breast. Want to talk about the skinless, boneless chicken breast. Great, excellent source of protein. Chicken also contains great source of B vitamins as well as some minerals, selenium. It has phosphorus. It's just packed with nutrients and minerals, and it's a lean source of protein as well. So the great thing about chicken is you can make it in many different meals with it. You can add a lot of variety. I like to actually, sometimes I like to bake it in the oven as a full chicken breast and season it with such as oregano, some garlic, and there's all kinds of things that you can put on there that really gives it some nice flavor. As well, I like to cut it into strips or cut it into nuggets and actually make a healthy recipe for chicken strips or chicken nuggets. I actually have a recipe on my Facebook site where you can go on there and take a look at it. It takes about 15 minutes to prepare, and it's really healthy, really tasty. So check that out. Protein, great source of B vitamins, great source of minerals. So add that to your diet. Highly recommend it. So getting back to the food, today's food is going to be beef. Where's the beef? Where's the beef? Beef. So great source of protein. Great source of CLA. Now CLA is actually a fatty acid that can help reduce body fat and help increase lean muscle mass. Also, there's creatine in beef, which can provide energy to your muscles. And great source of vitamins B12, vitamins B6, which can provide energy for metabolism and for breaking down different proteins, carbs, and fats in the food. And great source of minerals as well. There's selenium in here, which helps reduce the risk of cancer. Zinc, which helps increase your immune system. There's phosphorus for strong bones, and there's iron to help carry oxygen in the blood into all your muscle cells. So there is a lot of very positive benefits from eating meat. Is to try to go with grass-fed beef. Grass-fed beef has actually been shown to have higher levels of omega-3s, which, as you know, can help reduce heart disease than what the normal conventional beef does. When I buy beef in large quantities, I cut them up into serving sizes and freeze them. And then I cut them into a size that's about the size of a deck of cards. Now that's one serving size, and then put it in the freezer to store it, or in the fridge and have it right away. So there's a few tips for you to get the most out of beef. And today's food isn't actually a food. It's a liquid. Yeah, you guessed it. It is water. Now I know everybody knows the benefits of drinking water, so why aren't you drinking enough? Your body is made up of 70% water. Not 70% Coke, not 70% Pepsi or fruit juice or coffee. 70% water. So if you're drinking liquids, make sure it's water. Water is great for every cell of your body. It's great for your skin. It's great for fat loss. It's great for detoxifying your body. As well, it's really great to actually give you that extra energy that you may feel like you've lost as you get up there in age. So add more water in. I actually drink 4 liters of water a day, and that may seem like a lot, but it really isn't. Let me run you through this. First thing you do when you get up in the morning, what do? You go get your lemon water. There's about a cup right there. Then you should be eating 5 to 6 meals a day, and you should be having water before your meals. So let's say you're having a cup every meal, before every meal, that's bringing you up there. As well, when you're at the office, if you have an office job, you should have a water bottle with you. Drink water throughout the day. And if you just seem like you're so busy and you're forgetting to drink water, try setting an actual alert in your smartphone every hour, every 2 hours to alert you to say, go drink some water. Set it up in your email so that you get an Outlook alert saying, go drink some water. There's a lot of cool, interesting strategies that you can do to help remind you to drink more water. It's just that simple. I recommend about at least 2 to 3 liters for most people, depending on your energy levels. If you're more active throughout the day, add in more water. Go get yourself a water bottle, keep it nearby, and keep drinking. So here we go. Kraft dinner. Great source of protein, great source of carb, great source of fat. All around nutritious, balanced meal. Okay, hopefully by now you can tell that I'm being sarcastic. But I'm being sarcastic for a reason. I want to make a point. How many of you, be honest, actually have this right now in your cupboard? Why do you have this in your cupboard? There is no nutrition to this food. This is junk. It's garbage. Replace this type of food with the foods that I've been covering in this video series. Don't bring it in your house. If you don't bring it in your house, you will not eat it. This is going in the garbage. The real food that I want to cover today is berries. Fresh berries, frozen berries, great source of antioxidants, great source of vitamins, minerals, and fiber. A tip for you, when you're making your smoothies, don't use fruit juice. Use water, add berries. You get the same flavors, and it's much more nutritious for you. Also, try to limit the amount of dried fruits that you may eat. The dried fruits can actually be high glycemic, so it can spike blood sugar levels, so you don't want to do that. The other thing with berries and with fruit in general is you actually need to moderate how much of this you take in per day. A lot of people can actually overdo the amount of fruits that they take in. They think it's a fruit, so it must be nutritious and good for me. Fruit is a sugar. It does break down in the bloodstream as glucose, so it can wreak havoc on your metabolic system if you overdo it. So I like to recommend 3 servings per day for males and 2 servings per day for females, and then round out your servings of fruits and vegetables with more green, fibrous veggies. It's that simple. So, great food to incorporate into your diet. Make sure you eat it in a moderate sense. People may have some misconceptions on this superfood. Whey protein powder. Now you may be thinking, well, I'm not a bodybuilder, I don't need to take protein powder. I would like to change that misconception. If there is one thing within our diet today, I think, especially with you females out there, I'm not picking on you, but protein is probably low. Carbs are probably too high. We need to bring those more into balance. And the reason it may be out of balance right now is because carbs just seem to be so easy to eat on the go, and everybody is so busy these days. However, with protein powder, you can put it in the shaker cup, mix it with water, and there you go. You have your source within 3 seconds. So protein, of course, it provides the body with the essential amino acids that is going to lead to more muscle tissue growth. Great for your skin, great for your nails, great for any single cell within your body. It also helps with your immune system. It actually produces glutathione, which produces a great antioxidant to help your immune system fight off all the germs. And it releases, when you consume protein, it releases a hormone that balances the hormone that's released when you eat carbs, which is insulin. So protein actually will help release a hormone called glucagon, which balances out those forces, which will maintain your blood sugar levels, which will keep your body from entering that fat storage mode, and will actually help you go into a fat burning mode. So balancing your hormones is very, very important. And lastly, for people who are getting up there in age, they tend to lose lean muscle tissue. And what is the driver of your metabolism? It's maintaining your lean muscle tissue at all costs. Protein powder will actually help build up your muscles, and it'll help keep you young at heart, biologically speaking. And so make sure you take some protein powder. It's not just for athletes, it's for all people to maintain a solid foundation of protein in your diet. And obviously you need to eat whole foods. More than this is just a supplement. Don't take this at every meal. It's just to fill in those voids when you can't have your chicken, your salmon, your steak, or whatever. So we're gonna do superfood number 2 today, and it's one of my favorite foods: eggs. Love my eggs. Do it every morning. And so what I want you guys to do is to try to pick up free-range, organic, whole eggs. If you've ever seen the documentary Food Inc., you'll understand why. Chickens were meant to roam free. They weren't meant to be cooped in into dark areas and eating their own feces. You are what you eat, and so try to go organic when you can. It's a much better source of egg. Although the yolk contains a lot of the vitamins and the minerals and everything else, eggs, great source of protein. It's actually the highest, or one of the highest biological values for food, which essentially just means the amount of protein that your body can absorb through the food. So just because it says on a label that a food contains 25 grams, doesn't mean your body's containing or absorbing that 25 grams of protein. It all depends on the absorption value, and the biological value of eggs is one of the highest. So you can rest assured that when you are eating eggs, you're taking in a lot of the protein and it is actually absorbing into your body. However, when you are cooking eggs, make sure that you don't cook them on too high of a heat. High heat will actually kill a lot of the nutrients, and it'll interrupt the amino acids within the egg, which is the building block of protein. So cook it on low heat. That's what I have every morning, and that's how I start my day. First food that I want to talk about is coconut oil. Now, I know a lot of people probably use olive oil for their cooking, and there's a lot of great benefits to olive oil. And I do use olive oil. However, I don't use it to cook over heat. Heat can actually turn olive oil rancid, can turn it into a carcinogenic. So try to stay away from using olive oil for any kind of heating. I more use it for salad dressings and so forth. It's also an MCT, which essentially just means that it's an oil that will not be stored as fat. Your body will use this oil for energy. It's a great source of energy for the body. So if you look at the label, it says it is, 14 grams or 13 grams of saturated fat. Don't be worried about that. It's an MCT fat, which means, once again, it's for energy. It's a great source of energy. It will not be stored as body fat. And the third reason is it can actually increase your metabolism as well, because it helps the function of the thyroid, which is a major player in the metabolism, as well as it actually will help the special enzymes in your body to burn fat for energy. So 3 tips there. 4th tip, I have never tried it before, but it's actually good for your skin as well, actually putting it on your skin. I don't know, I just can't get around myself to putting a fat like this on my skin, but heard lots of positive things about it. So those are your tips of the day for coconut oil. Give it a try. You can get it at any grocery store. A lot of times it's in the organic aisle. Give it a try. You won't be upset. So as you can see here, guys, there are commonalities with each of these top 12 fitness superfoods to get lower abs. Number 1, whole foods. So when you look at the ingredients label, they have one ingredient. These foods are high in protein. They're high in healthy essential fats. The carbohydrates, they're coming from unrefined, low glycemic sources, as well as we're going organic whenever possible with these foods. And these foods are packed full of antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals, and you won't see no processed, refined, and sugary drinks and foods and drinks in this list. So you can add in fat-burning spices like the video I did here to make these delicious foods taste amazing. So make sure you add these foods to your grocery list. And one of the easiest way to simplify your nutrition is by following the grocery list, the meal plans, and the quick recipes from our Live Lean 20 diet program. All the recipes in the meal plans only require 20 ingredients. So just open up the Live Lean 20 grocery list on your mobile device and you'll instantly have your grocery list for the week. So if you haven't picked up the Live Lean 20 diet program yet, I'll put a clickable link in the video description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and keep living lean.